I mean, in light of recent developments where, whoo, Judge Aubrey LEDWABA was implicated inside Pagati, the Madlanga Commission, as being alleged to have received 2.5 million rands so that KATISO MOLEFE doesn't return to Kgosi Mampuru. Okay, Kgosi Mampuru was no longer his home, and the bail decision was granted, or should I say the bail was granted, but he had to pay 400,000 rands. And KATISO said that is not a problem. Bring my checkbook. And the state was given the 400,000 rands, and he was released on bail because of all the reasons cited by the judge. So this has inspired me to go back and take a look at how does it work for Bongani Ntanzi, or should I say for the poor? Because I mean, hey, KATISO MOLEFE technically is a flight risk. He's been arrested in the United Kingdom, yes, under a false name. But now in South Africa, he is not a flight risk. How does it work? 1 + 1 is 2, right? But anyway, the Constitution does say everyone is presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. But was Bongani Ntanzi afforded the same grace by the very same judge? Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Let's dive into Bongani Ntanzi's bail application, which was first red flag right away is that Bongani Ntanzi did his bail application in October 2022 and sat until April. Now let's count those months, shall we? November 2022, December 2022, January 2023, February 2023, March 2023, April 2023. That is a total of 6 months. It took 6 months for the judge, aka Judge LEDWABA, to come back and tell Bongani Ntanzi if he gets bail or not. Isn't that interesting? But let's listen in to hear what else we find out about Bongani Ntanzi's bail.
Okay, thank you. Who would be interpreting? Okay, thank you, ma'am. It's fine. Mr. Ntanzi, you can in the meantime be seated. I'm going to deliver my judgment, which is in writing, and copies thereof will be given to you. It's not a long judgment, hence I did not prepare a summary. This is an opposed bail application which was before me on the 13th of October 2022. I could not allocate the matter to any judge to be heard in the month of October because the judges in my division were busy with matters allocated to them in terms of the duty roster. The duty roster does not make specific provision for a judge who would deal with urgent bail applications. I allocated the matter to myself and regret that I could not deliver the judgment earlier than I anticipated due to other urgent obligations that I had to attend to.
So if Judge LEDWABA was called to the Madlanga Commission, this is one of the questions I would ask him. In fact, I'd ask him to bring his diary and full transparency, because isn't it ironic that with KATISO MOLEFE's urgent bail application, he only had to wait for a week, 1 week, 7 days, 7 days, 7 sleeps for him to get the judgment delivered. Meanwhile, Bongani Ntanzi had to wait 6 months. The application was done on the 13th of October 2022, and the judgment was received in April 2023. That means a whole Christmas Day, a whole New Year's, and then some additional months past Valentine's Day, past Easter maybe even, because the judge could not allocate this to other judges, because as well the duty roster doesn't deal with the urgent bail applications. I wonder how KATISO MOLEFE found himself such availability in 2025 with everything going on and how busy everything is and the charges against him. But hey, look, a court was available, a judge was available, and a decision was rendered. within 7 business days. Incredible, right? Incredible what money can buy you. But yeah, I'm not saying that he received 2,000. 2,000? No, I'm not saying he received 2.5 million rands. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if we look at the facts, Bongani Ntanzi never saw such a privilege. But let's continue listening on.
The applicant is accused number 2 and is charged together with 4 other accused on 5 counts, namely murder, read with Section 15(1) of the Criminal Law Amendment Act 105 of 1997 as amended, and Sections 92(2), 94, 256, and 261 of the Criminal Procedure Act, being the charges of attempted murder, robbery with aggravating circumstances, as defined in Section 1 of the CPA, read with Section 51.2 of the CLAA, and further read with Sections 92, bracket 2, 94, 257, and 261 of the CPA. Other counts is unlawful possession of a firearm in contravention of Section 3 of Firearms Control Act 60 of 2000, and unlawful possession of ammunition in contravention with Section 90 of the Firearms Control Act.
Okay, so you heard Judge LEDWABA read Bongani Ntanzi's charges. Let's go ahead and compare these, shall we, with KATISO Molefe's charges. He is facing multiple serious charges, according to this report. He is accused of being the mastermind behind the 2022 murder of DJ Somebody, okay, and his 2 bodyguards. So that's 1, 2, 3 pew-pewed bodies, okay? He is also facing charges related to the unaliving of DJ Vintos, whose real name is Hector Butelezi, in 2022. So that makes 4 pew-pewed people, okay? He is charged with the 2024 unaliving of engineer Armand Swat. 5. That's 5 pews, okay? In a case of mistaken identity because they thought he was the whistleblower. He and his co-accused face charges including unaliving and conspiracy to commit unaliving, which is one of the charges that Bongani Ntanzi has. But for Bongani Ntanzi, it's for 1 life, right? Not that, 1 life is better than the other. But with KATISO Molefe, that's 5 lives total that I've counted so far. That are known to the police, by the way. That are known to the police. He's also charged, same thing like Bongani Ntanzi, possession of unlicensed firearms, with the plural, and unlicensed ammunition. So, what's the difference? The charges so far is 1:1, okay? The charges are very similar and they're in the same category of seriousness, okay? But Bongani Ntanzi is treated like a hardcore criminal. But let's continue listening on. And you know what? Let's continue listening on. I'll be back with the rest of my commentary.
All the accused are in custody. The state alleges that the 5 counts were committed on 26 October 2014 at Vosloorus in the district of Boksburg. This is a trial of a famous professional soccer goalkeeper who was killed at the house of a famous singer's mother. The trial commenced on the 22nd of April 2022 and has been televised throughout the duration of the trial. The applicant has pleaded not guilty, and the state prosecutor has up to so far led evidence of some of its witnesses thus far in the trial. The applicant filed an affidavit and called 1 witness to support his bail application.
Due to the information at our disposal during the current trial in the Senzo Meyiwa trial, where the defense has now taken up the case, right? And Umuzi Sibiya is inside Phakathi, the dock, as witness number 1 for the defense. This is the first time that we as members of the public jury get an in-depth understanding of what it is like for the defense, who are paid, by the way, by legal aid to call witnesses. All the accused are actually from Nongoma, or should I say KZN, and therefore their witnesses are most likely also from KZN, which is approximately 7 hours plus away from the Pretoria court, the Pretoria High Court. So therefore, where are they going to stay when they come to court? So let's use Umuzi as an example. Umuzi has been in the witness box for 2 weeks straight, okay? 14 days straight. and he is housed by the state at Josimampuru, I believe. So therefore, he doesn't have to worry about accommodation, about his meals, about his transportation. Now, when it comes to the defense witnesses, they are not paid or funded by the state. They are not housed by the state either. Therefore, if somebody is to come and they're in the witness box for a month, 2 weeks, 1 week, where will they be staying? How will they be getting to court? This is now an expense that the defense needs to figure out. So I say this all to say, when we go back to Bongani Ntanzi's bail application, this justifies, in my opinion, why he only had one witness. Remember, Bongani Ntanzi was the breadwinner, and since his incarceration, the family has been struggling financially. I believe that was a Newsroom Africa report, that he was the one supporting 10 plus people, including his 2 children. So now that he is no longer working, where's the money going to come from? Ramasipili also already told the court that his practice is suffering. So also Ramasipili cannot cover that cost. So I believe that was the challenge that they had in terms of having witnesses come to the court to speak on his behalf. Devastating. And therefore the phrase, prisons are for the poor. If you cannot afford your defense, you cannot afford to bring your witnesses, you cannot afford to accommodate and feed them, you're on your own. Whereas KATISO Molefe, what happens with him? I mean, he can pay a bail of 400,000 rands. Allegedly, he also paid 2.5 million rands to the judge, Judge LEDWABA, to secure his bail. Okay? To secure that he comes out on bail. It is alleged at this time. Okay, it is not confirmed. It's yet to be tested in a court of law. And Judge LEDWABA is being asked to stay home on special leave, so till they investigate. And he said, no, I will not do such a thing, because he knows how that rodeo goes. Ask Shadrach Sibia. Ask Senzo Mtunu. Once you're out there, it's difficult to come back. But let's continue listening on. Let me know your thoughts if you guys are picking up what I'm putting down.
Applicant is about 33 years old and stated in his affidavit that he was born at Nongoma in the KwaZulu-Natal province. He was resident at Freedom Park location, phase 2, in a rented unit. He was arrested on 16 January 2020 at his place of employment at Impala Mines in Rustenburg and was earning 10,000 per month.
With all due respect, my lord, he was arrested on the 16th of June 2020. Your records are incorrect. He was arrested on the 16th of June 2020. I know that date. I'll never forget it. Let me see if you know the significance of that date, 16 June. Type it in the comment section down below. How can a whole judge make such a mistake? But you know what? Let's continue listening on.
He is the sole breadwinner and was supporting 10 family members consisting of his siblings, parents, and his 2 children. He hopes that should he be granted bail, his employer will re-employ him. After his arrest, the police took him to his parents' home in KwaZulu-Natal. He confirmed that he went to school up to standard 8, grade 10. He further states that after his arrest, the police and the state have frozen his bank account. The applicant averred that the state's case against him is weak because he was not arrested at the scene of the crime, which was allegedly committed about 6 years before his arrest. Furthermore, an identification parade was not held. There is no identity kit and no firearms or ammunition, which was found to be in his possession when he was arrested. He has no previous convictions, no pending cases, and no warrants of arrest against him.
Well. So he has, that is Bongani Ntanzi, has no previous convictions, no pending cases, and no warrants of arrest. He also was not arrested at the crime scene, and he was arrested literally 6 years later. Now, let's compare this with KT Molefe, shall we? Arman Swat was pew-pewed on the 17th of April 2024. DJ Somebody and his 2 bodyguards were pew-pewed the previous year. So the same applies as well for KT Molefe. And as well, does KT Molefe have previous convictions? Oh yes, absolutely. In the United Kingdom. Okay, he served his time and then was deported. But That's it. And then next one, he has no pending cases. He has multiple pending cases. That is the unaliving of DJ Somebody and his two bodyguards, the unaliving of DJ Vintos, the unaliving of Aman Swat. But let's do the math. Who got the bail and who didn't? Do the poor belong in jail? That is the real question at hand. But let's continue listening on.
He has no traveling documents and no relatives outside the borders of the Republic of South Africa. He states that he has strong ties in the Republic of South Africa and he is not a flight risk. If he is released on bail, he will not endanger the safety of the public and there will be no threat to public order. He will not interfere with the administration of justice nor intimidate any witnesses. Mr. Bongani Ntanzi, being the applicant's witness, provided evidence that he is the applicant's sibling and is from KwaNongoma in KwaZulu-Natal. He said the applicant is a breadwinner. The witness stated that KwaNongoma is accessible, there is an induna, and the applicant is a breadwinner. The state opposed the applicant's bail application. Brigadier Detective B.N. Gininda from the South African Police Services states in his affidavit.
You already know the part about Gininda is pretty long, right? So that deserves its very own video. So make sure you hit the like button. So I know I should drop that video today so that we watch it together. What Gininda said and did with regards to Bongani Ntanzi's bail application. Let me give you a hint. He said Bongani Ntanzi's address cannot be verified over there in KwaNongoma. This is the same man who drove Mzansi all the way to KZN. But we are not there. We are here by Bongani Ntanzi's bail application. Guys, if my voice sounds low, it's because it's so heartbreaking watching this. It's been really, really tough for me and I've been just tracking along. This is very difficult. And not only that, take a look at the calendar and let me know what date it is in the comment section down below. Because I can't believe we are here and there is still no justice for Senzo Meyiwa. Guys, I'll catch you on the next upload. Remember to like, to comment, to subscribe. That's going to motivate me. I think that's what it is. It's going to motivate me so we upload the next video and we watch it together so we can just break down what happened with Bongani Ntanzi's bail application and how prisons are built for the poor. Because the rich can just walk out on bail even if they have previous convictions and their names are known by Interpol. They still get granted bail. I'll end it right here. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.